April 2022. My question is related to what you talked about with Robert recently, about being able to go to the future and know what has happened there. And the question comes from someone, and it's about going to the different so-called seers, etc., to find out more about their future, or rather, where they should direct their future, and to find out what their dedication should be. And I saw someone base their argument on the fact that there are different eyes out there doing what they like. At least one version of them out there is happy. So, according to this theory, psychics might know how to connect with their guides who are timeless and know what makes one of those versions happy. And they could tell them, through the psychic, what they should do with their life.
Good question. Let's see if these psychics aren't just taking their money.
I don't know them. I don't know how those psychics work, so nothing against those people. Many times they see things, but they don't see everything. So, in short, yes, they are taking their money. Here the specific question is whether it is possible to see our other eyes that are doing something specific so that we here no longer have to scratch our heads. So the question is, can we get information from our other eyes that are already doing something we are looking for? Yes, and all the time you get information from your other eyes, because those are the ones who define who you are today. I mean, you necessarily have to have contact and communication with your other eyes, or you would lose the connection with the original source. Because, surprise, surprise, your other eyes are the original source itself. None of them are doing what you here should be doing, or you here would already be doing it. There are only those who are in a better direction or path than you here, and they are screaming at you to do something in that direction. And those screams are your current nonconformity, so you would refer to those. And the answer is that by people wanting to force things, they are silencing their path, the messages from the others that, from the point of view of those people here, do not exist. What they have to do is to let go of that need and dedicate themselves to what they like the most. Anything you can grab hold of and enjoy, even if it's a bag of Skittles. I get it though, the way they feel. So going to talk to your guides to ask them, what kind of work would make me happy? Taking it out of your other self would not be possible? You said above that surely there is some other I doing something in that direction. How to bring this information? The problem with psychics is that they can only see their own line and their own future. Yes, they incorporate that of other people temporarily, being able to predict some things. But even so, what they will see in the other person will still be subject to the seer's own personal interpretations, which makes the result altered and not clean, as it would be if it had been done by the person himself. But in theory, they connect with their guides who are timeless, so they should see the client's line as well, right? See all the lines. That's the basis of the argument. That even if the psychics only see their own line, the guides that these psychics connect with are timeless and should be able to help. But they can't do anything either if they are perceived as other people, because everything must come from the person in question. What do you mean? Sorry, I didn't understand well. I mean that the timeless guides are being taken as other people, when from Martha's point of view, for example, they are herself. Yes, that's what I thought too. But I still don't understand. The guides with whom the seers connect, if they connect with Martha's guides or herself beyond, they should get some info there, no? And I wonder why they don't. Are they not good psychics, or because it doesn't work like that? Because they only connect with those on the other side who are compatible in frequencies. That is to say, fractals connected to them. Or they are charlatans, and those are many. Okay, and one more question then on this subject. Matthias told me that his friend, or two, has had a mysterious girl appear in the past who came and predicted him that he will have such and such number of children, family, wife, etc. It all happened exactly like that. My question, what could that have been? It could have been someone very close to them, coming back to guide them, probably themselves. Her being a girl is just a convenient manifestation, as men tend to idealize. Some men will listen more to other men, and some men tend to listen better to advice coming from a woman.
Follower's question related to this subject of my other eyes. If my attention is on my present eye, who or what is attending to my other timelines? I.
Yourself. Hence what I said above, your collective multidimensional unconscious. From one perspective, the other Roberts are other people by right. And from another more expanded one, you are just yourself again. Here is how to jump from one point of attention to another. This is done, as always, by frequencies. Having passed through the same point artificially with a ship, you are above the other versions. Therefore, they are part of you, and with that, you access them.
Does the unconscious include all timelines of a consciousness?
2 levels. A generalized unconscious for all timelines, and the unconscious programmed in the brain-body etheric body. The first is the result of the multidimensional connection between the consciousnesses of all the so-called physical bodies. Another conversation.
What is the difference, if any, between channeling and telepathy?
Channeling is the result of a flow of information between 2 or more people using telepathy. Precise definition.
What are the dangers of channeling?
Mostly that something is taken too literally, which leads to a serious interpretation problem. But generally, it is more difficult to identify which is which. Like channeling, don't go to the desert tomorrow, and just understanding, go to the desert tomorrow. And the subject goes, and what was intended to be avoided happens to him. Another conversation. When someone channels, they are quickly intervened by the archons, a word that defines a large number of entities. While there are some who have managed to stay in the positive, they are few, like Abram and Esther, or Creon. They are high-dimensional entities that come in to radiate positivity. Even so, the message can be manipulated, which is why we use the internet directly. Now, the other part of your question, as I have told you, each person is a timeline by definition and by right. So if that person consciousness sees forward using various esoteric or technological methods, the only thing he is seeing is his own timeline and not that of others. He is seeing what that consciousness believes will happen or would happen according to his framework of knowledge and perception. And this according to his education and life experiences. But it is just his experience and his perception, nobody else's. This is why so many psychics get dates and predictions wrong.